What's up, y'all? It's your girl Ashley, aka Biohacking Girly. It's been a minute since I did a long form video for my YouTube channel, and I might start doing more of these because I need to. So, today's episode is going to be about how I purchased Grey Market Peptides from a WhatsApp that was being heavily promoted on TikTok, just to see what's out here. What people are on TikTok handing out vendors left and right, and it's sketchy. I'm not saying gray market is sketchy because if you know what you're doing, you can get some good shit for the low, but I'm just going to show you guys how this purchase went. And I'm actually going to be destroying the peptides per the vendor's request so I can get my money back because the quality is so bad that I demanded a refund. And it wasn't easy. It took me probably a whole day of going back and forth with the vendor. I'm not new to gray. I would say I'm not an OG either. I'm not seasoned. I've been in peptides for a year. I'm recording this and posting this on May 3rd. Today is the 5th, May 3rd, 2026. I've been doing peptides since April of last year, 2025. But I was always on US research grade peptides. I didn't go gray until August or September of last year because it takes a lot of time and energy to do your research, to read, to get the information, to understand what you're doing, learn how to send the payment. I'm sure you guys already know, like some vendors only take crypto. That's kind of a pain in the ass to learn, but once you figure it out, it's not that hard. What I'm saying is, I'm not that new, but I'm not that seasoned either. I didn't realize how bad the peptides can be until I saw this package. And I really wish the person who was promoting this vendor would not. There's just no other way to put it. Like, I feel like you're putting people's lives in danger by promoting vendors that are not legit. And you'll see what I mean by them not being legit. So I'm going to put a picture in picture video of me unboxing the peptides. I was like, oh my God, it finally came. I waited 4 weeks. I ordered it on Easter. And right now, there was a lot of holdup with one of the manufacturers was in China, I guess, was selling. This is the story, okay? Don't like take my word for it. The story on the street is that one of the peptide manufacturers was like selling steroids or bringing them over, and that's super illegal. So then there was like a crackdown on all the warehouses, and FedEx in Hong Kong was being audited. So everything was like backed up and slow. So 4 weeks is not really that long, but it's like longer than how it used to be. Stuff used to come in like 2 weeks, but it's also not that unusual. It can take, it can take weeks. Sometimes if your stuff gets seized and it gets sent back and the vendor resends it, hopefully you have a good vendor that will resend it. It can take months, especially like if you're in a group buy. I've done a group buy before. I'm not a fan of them. Yeah, you get discounts on the shipping and then you can do group testing. That's probably the only thing that I like about it is like you can do the group testing and you know that these people are in the risk with you. So you're not alone in the risk. But I'm just so impatient. Like I can't. It takes too long. My group buy that I participated in back in I think it was like October when I did one. It took like over a month. I want to say it felt like 2 months by the time I finally got my shit. I was like, dude, I'm not doing this again. So now I just, go directly, but and I don't openly tell everybody that I do this. And I'm only going to put this on my YouTube channel because I don't know if you guys realize or if you guys know, but when you're an affiliate, you can't really talk about gray or promote. It's like an unwritten rule. And no affiliate is going to tell you this because when you're an affiliate, you can't really talk about gray or promote. Like promoting gray is taboo, first of all, if you're an affiliate. And some of these companies, they will like give you a hard side eye if you do. But at the time of this video, at the time of this recording, I am still with Ion and I push Ion heavily because Ion does thorough testing. They do purity testing, endotoxin testing, sterility testing, including on their bacteriostatic water. Their prices are very affordable. They ship very fast. They run sales every now and then. They have an extensive inventory, including skincare. They have facial masks. They have shampoo and conditioner with GHKCU in it. They have some amino blends. They have all the GLPs, including some bioregulators. That's why I like Ion. And if you want to order from Ion, you can use my name, ASHLEY, Ashley, at checkout. It will save you 15% off of already affordable prices for US based peptides that will be shipped within like 2 to 3 days. And so that's that. Moving on to the next topic, I'm going to put the conversations that I had with this vendor and what it took for me to get my money back, which they still have to do it after I send the video of me destroying the product. They said they'll issue the refund. But I'm going to show you guys what I went through while I do the unboxing. I'm not going to show my face because I don't want them to see me, period. And I'll show you guys like the screenshots of the WhatsApp conversation of me just giving them hell. I was like, I'm literally gonna out you guys if you don't run me back my money. I hate to be like that because I am just not, but I'm still like, I'm Latina. I'm a Taurus Latina. And like, it doesn't take much to kind of piss me off. So I'm very mellow for the most part. But when I feel like I'm being fucking played with, you will see that side of me come out. And I gotta do what I gotta do. So yeah, I'm gonna wear a face mask when I do this because they're trying to say that the transit is what made them look the way they look. And I'm just not going for that. You guys can let me know in the comments what you think about what I show you. Please feel free to express your opinions on all of this stuff. But I just know that's a bunch of bullshit. And I put the pictures in ChatGPT, and it was all like, the process of the lyophilization is very poor at that factory. And they're saying that it was the transit, which I knew was bullshit because, like I said, this is like my third time ordering, maybe third or fourth. And my vials have never looked like this. They have never looked this bad. And one of the vials, I will add a clip at the end, has literally like dirt in it or like a hair. It's like something in the vial. And it's just so concerning. And they also wouldn't provide me with the name of their factory. They wouldn't provide me with a website. They wouldn't provide me with a social media handle because I was going to send this stuff to Finric to test it. They wouldn't provide me with that information. That was another red flag. And Finric used to be free, but I guess people took advantage so much of that. And so now they charge for non GLP peptides. At the date of me posting this, Finric does tirzepatide, retatrutide, semaglutide, BPC 157, ipamorelin, sermorelin, and tesamorelin for free. Testing for purity and content and yeah, like how much is in the vial and the purity of it. It used to be all of them. You could send any peptide to them for free. But I think people were taking it, like resellers are taking advantage. So what I'm getting at is that I was planning to do that, right? I was planning to send, I got GHKCU, tirzepatide. What else did I get? Glutathione, NAD, and KPV. Well, when I went to go look at the website to input my information, to input like my order, my request, it asked me the name of the company. So right away I was like, fuck, I don't have it. So I messaged the lady. Her name is Fiona. And she's like, we work for Shanghai. I was like, okay. I put in Shanghai, and then it asked me what is their social media handle or their website or where they can be found, like publicly. Not, and it says in fine print, not a WhatsApp, not a Telegram, and so when I tried to ask her that, she wouldn't give it to me. She couldn't give it to me because there's nothing to give because they're trying to hide who they are. I mean, and then she passed me off to her supervisor. So I was like, ah, shit, this is going to be bad. And I tried to tell her, like, I need to send this stuff for testing. And the people that do the test, they're asking me for your public information. Because what happens if you don't provide that to Finric, they want you to do what's called a private testing. And then for that, there's a fee. For that, it's $120. Can I just pay the $120? Of course I can. But this is per kit, and I ordered 5 kits. So now you do the math. What is that, like 500? I think that's like $600 for 5 kits. Girl, ain't nobody trying to pay all that. That's more than I paid for the whole order. The whole order was $360 if you include the fee from Alibaba. And don't nobody got time for that. I was like gonna try to get around it and maybe just put like whatever I could put to see if it would accept it. But then they go to ask for the batch number. They go to ask for like, what's the manufacturer's date? What's the batch number? And if you don't have that information, you still can't test. Like it's considered an independent test and you're gonna have to pay. So this has been going on for about a day or two where I was going back and forth, looking on Finrig, going back and forth with the vendor, getting, progressively more frustrated. And then I finally just gave them hell and they said, okay, we'll give you a refund, but we need to see a video of you destroying the product because obviously they want to make sure that I'm not a scammer just trying to get free product and I'm still going to turn around and use it but get my money back. But when I show you these, you're going to see why I don't think anybody should use these. And I really hope, isn't it, I mean, some shit you don't have a control over, right? Like you can just do what you have within your power and try to warn people. And everyone has free will. This is a free world. Anyone can do whatever they want, right? Everybody has the will to make their own decisions. But let this video serve as maybe like a heads up of what is really going on out here. My light died. Hold on. Okay, so moving right along here. My light died. Sorry about that. I am going to be putting on gloves and I am going to be putting on a mask to do this because it's just sketchy. If I'm over exaggerating, let me know in the comments, but I don't know. I just don't trust this freaking. It's a reseller. It's not a manufacturer. It's a reseller. By the way, if you like the design on my hoodie, I did open my own merchandise line. It is called researchapparel.com. Research without the vowels. RSRCH. I have this in in a t-shirt form. I also have a few other designs. So go ahead and check that out. And I am going to be bringing more stuff to that website because I decided I want to do my own biohacking merch. I have a lot of cool designs up here that I'm going to bring to life, and just check that out. Like, you guys are going to love it. I don't want to spoil too much, but I did open my own small business. It's something that's very near and dear to my heart because I'm a very creative person, and peptides are cool. All of this stuff is really cool, but I want to do more, I want to show off my creative side. I want to express myself. I'm very much like, I used to be really into hype beast scene, like Supreme. I collect Nikes. I'm sure you guys have seen in my videos my shoe collection in the background. I like to collect like Dunks, all the different colors. But I kind of, excuse me, I stopped because I ran out of room. But yeah, I'm into streetwear fashion, and I'm just really excited to bring my ideas to you guys. So if you want to support, feel free to go ahead and check that out. And without further ado, let's get into it. So this vial right here is very, 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 very significant because look at it. It has a stain. It has like some spots on it. It looked like it had a hair in it. This was the vial that concerned me and alarmed me the most. And honestly, I didn't need proof beyond this. This was all I needed to not have trust in the entire shipment. I spent $350 on this order. That is not including the free kit of GHKCU that was supposed to be so that, they wanted to partner with me. Like, they wanted to be like, oh, you promote us, you make a group, yada, yada, yada. And we'll give you free GHKCU and free TERS 10. Because they always give you like the lowest, when they want to give you a sample, they always give you like the lowest milligrams on the GLP. Yeah, I'm just taking off all the lids, and this was a pain in the ass. I sped it up because the video is like 38 minutes long, so I sped it up. But yeah, I mean, at least they gave me GHKCU 50 in the chunky vial, the 5 milliliter. Some people prefer it to be in a bigger vial because they want to add more bacteriostatic water because it can burn some people. Like, it burns a lot of people, actually. I think I'm one of the very few lucky people that it does not burn. Yeah, it's a shame to have to toss this, but look at how bad it just looks. Like it got blasted. Like somebody put a freaking air hose inside the vial and blew the peptide powder all over the sides of the vial.
it's not supposed to look like that. It's just really not. I mean, if if that's normal, somebody let me know in the comments, but I have not seen any vials, and I've gotten vials from multiple suppliers. They looked so bad, you guys. I was like, absolutely the fuck not. Like, I'm not the one. I'm just not the one. They better find somebody else to fucking scam, because I was like, I am literally going to out you. I am going to go on my social media. I'm going to tell everybody not to fucking buy from you if you don't run me back my money. If you don't, I wanted them to fix it. I was like, I don't know. They're like, oh, place another order. Place another order. We'll give you 10% off. Bitch, who is about to buy anything more from you? And 10% off is like going to give me $40 off. Are you like, is this a joke? Please tell me this is a fucking joke. I got progressively more impatient because he was telling me, oh, place another order, place another order. Okay, then he would cave and he'd be like, all right, I'm going to replace the kit, the one kit of SS31, because that one was the one that had the black speck on it. They admitted that shit was irregular. They admitted like, oh, we think air got in that vial. And I was like, if air got in one vial, how can I trust any of the other kits? How can I trust that those are not compromised as well? So first he was like, we'll give you 10% off. Then he was like, oh, we'll send you that kit for free. Then I just kept getting more and more aggressive with him. And I was like, look at how bad they look. You guys, look how bad they fucking look. Then he was like, oh, we'll refund you the amount for that one kit, which is $80. And I just was like, no, I'm going to fucking expose you. Like, no, I'm going to, go tell my bank I don't know about this purchase. Like, I didn't really say all that, but I just was like firm. And then he finally was like, okay, send me the video of you destroying it. And I'll arrange the refund. I was like, I know that's fucking right. The part that makes me sad is that I saw this and I immediately felt something was off, and I did something about it and I got my money back. It makes me sad that there's people out there that are they are going to inject this shit. They really are going to. Because I was persistent. I didn't give up. I demanded like for a full 24 hours my refund, but somebody else might have been more, might have backed down easier. And luckily I have a platform that I could use for my leverage to threaten him, even though I hate that it had to come to that. Okay, I think this was the TERS. This was the one and only kit that didn't look halfway. No, it still looked like shit. I forgot to mention that Fiona is the rep that you'll first speak with. She's the, like the sales clerk. And when things get out of hand, or when like you get a difficult customer like me who was fucking demanding my money back, or, some type of rectify the situation, she passed me off to the supervisor, which is the dude with the dog as his profile picture. Dude, it is literally caked in, like baked. As if I put that shit in the oven and it fucking got stuck to the vial. But I still don't trust them. Like, hell no, you guys. Look at this shit. Like, after the gluta, wait till you see the NAD. Wait till you see the NAD. The NAD is probably the worst one. And if you're wondering, why doesn't she just keep it? Why doesn't, like, what's wrong with it? If you have ordered Grey before and you have gotten peptides from a good vendor with solid pucks, you will not accept this. Like, for how much it costs, there needs to be a standard for the quality across the board so that these freaking con artists can't get away with this shit. If we all set our standards high, these people will not even try shit like this. We need to keep the standard high. That's my opinion. I don't know. That's my opinion. My unpopular opinion that I am always giving, that nobody asked for. Like, this kit wasn't that bad. Really, it wasn't. Of course, the GLP, they're going to make sure that one looks okay. But then the other ones look like straight shit. I'm going to shut up because I forgot I'm sending this to the vendor and he's hearing me talk all this shit. My bad. I mean, I already talked shit to him in the message. like respectfully, like corporate shit talking. You guys know what I mean? When you politely tell somebody to fuck off in corporate language. You politely tell them to please fucking try somebody else because I'm not the fucking one in corporate language. That's basically what I told them. I was like, I have ordered peptides before that did not look like this, and I know you're not trying to blame it on the transit. Like, if they were sitting in extreme temperatures before transit, that sounds more believable. That sounds way more believable. Just say that. They were sitting in the fucking warehouse. They were exposed to different temperature. Water probably got in, moisture got in, and then you still ship them to me because you don't want to lose money. They were probably sitting there because of all the inspections going on that they had to let it sit while FedEx did their thing. Or customs, my bad. Customs had to do their thing. So all this shit was sitting. I ordered at the worst time. I knew that too. I knew I was ordering at a bad time. And I did it anyway because I was being ignorant. Yeah, look, these ones aren't as bad. The cap is coming off clean. It's really a shame to waste it, but don't compromise when it comes to your body. I'm glad I'm almost done. This is honestly tiring. Imagine being in working in a factory doing this. Damn. Makes me thankful I'm a union worker, because this kit was probably the cleanest one. Wait till you see the NAD. Alright, so we're done with that. Look at this shit. Look at that. That's normal? That's normal? Maybe for somebody who doesn't know any better, or maybe for somebody that settles for low standards, but not when there's so many other vendors out here that aren't gonna send you shit like this. No, sir. We got options. Look at this. Look at my box is getting full. My Dollar Tree box. Ew. This one's all yellow. But actually, NAD probably is yellow. I don't know. Is it supposed to be yellow, you guys? Like, I've never opened up a fucking NAD vial and, like, looked at the powder. Because who does that? You're going to reconstitute it. Is it supposed to be yellow? I don't care if I sound like, well, she doesn't know what she's talking about. I have always been very transparent that I'm learning as I go on this journey. I have always told you guys I'm not an expert. I'm just a researcher. I'm learning like everybody else is. And I just blog everything. Like, maybe one day I will be an expert. Do I care if I become one? Not fucking really. Not really, to be honest with you. I just care about getting snatched. But I like to share everything that I learn and experience and face on this journey. And this will be a part of that. This shit is just caked. Caked. Caked, I'm telling you. So I guess NAD is yellow. Because if you can look closely, there is a noticeable difference in the color of the peptide. So yeah, guys, I'm not with True Peptide anymore either. I haven't really like came out very publicly about leaving them. I just kind of like stopped promoting them because I don't like to be messy and say too much on the internet about shit like that. But they didn't turn my code off, so if you have still been using my code, I'm happy that you've been able to save money, but I'm not getting paid. They don't pay me. They stopped paying me. I'm not going to give details on what, why, when, how, who, because like I just told you, it's not my style. I'm not into the whole exposing, dragging, creating fucking friction. I don't like negative attention. It's just not my vibe. But I would appreciate if you are using my code, just find another affiliate, because there are many now. When I fucking started with True Peptide, I was the only affiliate. I was the only affiliate who was not also an owner. And now there's many, and that's great. I'm happy for them. Like, I'm actually glad they have more affiliates, because there was a lot of pressure on me to push them. And that's kind of hard to do after I've been banned so many times. Like, yeah, anyway, I don't want to get into it, but there's other people that promote for them. So if you guys could please don't use my code anymore, because I am not receiving compensation for my referrals. I am with Peptira. My code for Peptira is Ashley10, ASHLEY10. I partnered with Peptira because they have servodutide, which I'm gonna make a video about servodutide, like probably after this, about why I decided to start taking servodutide and what it does. I'm gonna go into detail, but Ion doesn't sell it. Dude, my box is getting out of control. Okay, this is the last one. So I already reconstituted one, but this is the one that had like this dirt stain on it. I don't know if you can see it right now. It's right there. There's a dirt stain here. And there's this fucking water stain right here that I'm like, is that on the inside? Like, I was like scratching it and it wouldn't come off. I don't know if you can see it. I hope you can see it. Damn, this looks like a fucking wasteland. This is dystopian right here. Like maybe a hospital bin. This is kind of fun. I need to do more long form videos. I'm always so focused on TikTok. I need to get more into my YouTube era. My blog era, long form videos. Dude, I'm so hungry. I worked out earlier, and I didn't really eat right after. My stomach is fucking eating itself. Sorry, I cuss a lot. I don't cuss on TikTok because I want my videos to land on the For You, but I really do be cussing. When I was growing up, I hate to blame it on my dad, but it really is his fault. Let's just fucking be real. My dad cussed a lot around me when I was a kid, so I picked up on it. And I really try to watch it when I'm posting on TikTok. You might even see me censor my cussing out, just because, I don't know. It's more of a family app over there, you know? And, like I said, I want to land on the For You. Even though that wouldn't stop you from landing on the For You. But, anyway. Ew, look how nasty that looks. Gross. So if you would have done this, if you were me, let me know. Thumbs up the video, share the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know. Would you have done this? Because it's just, things are just getting real loose. I'm just going to put it like that. Things are getting too damn loose. I'm not saying Grey Market has ever been super A1, because we all know, like, everything's a risk. Everything is a risk. That's why I was only pushing US companies when I first started, because everything is a risk with Grey. But in my defense, I do feel like, and a lot of people will agree with me, Over this past year, it's gotten more loose as far as people promoting them, people ordering, probably not testing, vendors lowering standards, scammers making fake accounts, all the 9 yards. Oh, thank God I'm almost done this shit. It's like 9 o'clock. I need to eat dinner. This one's not that bad. But it's like, how can I trust any of them? If, like, that one that was dirty and it had that speck on it, that's what the eye can see. Imagine what the eye can't see. That's my whole thing. You can't see sterility. And if I send it to Finric, I gotta pay for that. I mean, like, it's extra. And I just don't trust. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see that speck. Imagine what I can't see, bro. That tells me the standards are subpar. This looks so crazy. Look at it. It's all yellow. And then this is like slosh. I'm so glad my phone hasn't died. Thank you, phone, for hanging in there, clutch. If like somebody would have told me 3 years ago that I'd be sitting here at my table doing this shit, I would have said, you're fucking crazy. You are insane. I'm not doing that. I would never do that. But life is funny like that. I'm in the peptide world. And here I am looking like a trap house with all this powder on my table. It's crazy how this is not illegal. It looks like it, but it is not. I mean, it's not illegal to purchase research peptides. Okay, that is it. That's the last one. Oh, my back. All done. Thanks for watching.